What's up, everybody? It is your girl, Raven Clam, and if you have not already, please take the time right now, stop what you're doing, and like this video, comment, and subscribe. Don't worry, I'll wait.
Don't worry, I'll wait.
So I felt like doing a video on how I stay focused because a lot of people say that I am quote unquote oblivious to society, but not like oblivious to the point where I don't know what's going on, but it's to the point where when things are falling apart around me, I stay focused. And so a lot of people peep that out about me, and I get a lot of people asking me, how in the hell do you do it? Especially with today's climate, especially with social media and people's opinions that does not necessarily align with your opinions, or people attacking your opinions viciously to the point where some people are committing suicide, some people are not taking their endeavors to heart because other people are just straight up attacking them. Or you may feel like, with inflation, low paying jobs, bad relationships, bad marriages, bad kids, bad hair days, bad bodies, ill-built bodies, bad food. It's just like, where is the good in all this? How can you not be destroyed or just feeling so defeated when you are hearing all this? And some people say they stop watching the news. Me, I ain't gonna never stop watching the news. Like, you mean to tell me that you will opt out to watching reality television and what's really going on around you? Because the reality is, a lot of people say, I don't want to see it, I don't hear about it, it's negative. But it's all negative. It's not stopping because you don't hear about it. Actually, you're hurting yourself because you can never attack an enemy without knowing the enemy's tactics. You know what I'm saying? Shielding yourself from what's going around the world is not going to help you at all. It's not going to help you. It's not going to make you make a game plan because you're naive to everything. Like, make that make sense. So I'm here just to share some things that I think, I know for me that has helped and may help you as well. So if you are here or if you want to hear that, then just continue to watch. The first thing I want to get into is discernment. We hear a lot of times about manifestation, about us fulfilling our goals, writing our goals, hitting our goals, making goals. And a lot of times we make those goals with God and sometimes without God. So when I talk about discernment, we have the gift to allow God to help us achieve the goals that He set forth for us. Or we can choose to try our best to strive to achieve the goals that we set forth ourselves. That is the blessing, the gift that I'm talking about right now, the gift of discernment. So a lot of times when people are trying to do something, they say, oh, well, I know this is in God's plans. This is God's plan for me. Or if it don't work out, then it's like, oh, well, I guess that wasn't God's plan for me. And a lot of times, y'all be wrong. Y'all be wrong for a lot of reasons, because a lot of times when you choose a path of your own, God may give you a gift, but if you don't use your gift in alignment with God's purpose, then that's you choosing your own path. That's you using your own discernment to follow whatever you want with that God-given gift. Doesn't mean the gift was a mistake. Doesn't mean the gift wasn't meant for you and stuff. It's just that you chose to take a God-given gift and put it into a fleshly desire. You know what I'm saying? That could be like secular music. Not to say, don't get me wrong. I know there's some people who listen to secular music, like me, myself, and a lot of other people. But a lot of secular music ain't got nothing to do with God. It's actually giving off what God does not want us to do. Like, it talks more about leaving your homes, Females are B words, men are N words, niggas, you know what I'm saying? Like getting money, like this fake facade of family, it's deteriorating us from what really he wants for us, which is the family dynamic. It's promoting violence, it's promoting killing. I mean, you can argue and say, well, people got a mind of their own. You don't realize how much social media and music plays a part in the makeup of our mind, especially if you are someone that's, I'll say, born, you know, around after 2000. 99, 2000, 98, somewhere around that area, because your whole life has been on internet. You know what I'm saying? Like, you all learn how to swipe left, swipe right before you learn how to write your name in kindergarten. So with a child's mind that's manipulated by social media and just by the music, eventually that child's mind is going to portray some of the things that they see. I don't care what nobody says. Well, everybody that's watching this video and everybody that is not watching this video, for the most part, say they got a mind of their own. If that's the case, that ain't true. That is not true. Ads wouldn't work. You know what I'm saying? Commercials wouldn't work. Radios wouldn't work. When Cardi B put on a certain lipstick, it sells out. You know what I'm saying? When Beyonce put a pair of pants on, it sells out. Why do you think that? Is it because you think you got a mind of your own? Or these people are influencing you to buy the products that they have on? Okay, so I don't want to deviate too far from the topic, but that goes along with me being able to recognize the condition of the world, and no matter what's going around it, you know what I'm saying? Because I use my discernment to follow God's path for me. And that can be difficult because a lot of times when you're using your discernment to follow God's path for you, most people around you not going to be here for it. Most of them, they'll say it's neutral. They don't support it, but then they also aren't, you know what I'm saying, saying, oh, you shouldn't do this. Some people will, because for some odd reason, people are fixated on the fact that if they don't understand something, then it doesn't make sense. But all because you don't understand calculus doesn't mean calculus doesn't exist. All because you can't write a 300-page novel doesn't mean 300-page novels exist. It's just not meant for you. And so that's one tip. Another tip that I want to give you is sometimes some things ain't meant for you. Sometimes some of your goals aren't meant for others to understand, and you gotta get out of the habit of trying to make them to. You gotta get out of the habit of trying to make. That's a distraction. You know what I'm saying? That's a distraction, and that's what I see how a lot of people lose sight of their goals, because they're on this path. Here's your goal. You're on the path to your goal, and the family members, the friends on the side are the distraction. So you stop over here. You may spend a year or 2 years trying to convince yourself and them about yourself and your goals. Then you may stop over here. You may go a little bit more and stop over here. And then you may spend another 2 or 3 years trying to explain to people or convince people what you're doing is a good thing. And before you know it, your distractions has taken you off your path where you could have been, where you've been at a long time ago. I'm not saying that, at 50, 60 years old, you know what I'm saying, you just stop reaching your goals, but there is a such thing as wasting time. People hate thinking about that. People always want to say, oh, well, if it's meant for me, it's meant to be. If I didn't get it that time, then I guess it wasn't my time. Sometimes you be wasting your own time. It ain't got nothing to do with not being meant for you. Sometimes you are just blatantly wasting your own time. And if you got a God gift and you are straying off your path from excellence, from sharing that gift the way that God intends you to do it, and explaining everywhere you go your gift, quit explaining to people. You're wasting your time. Wasting your time. The gift will speak for itself, but as long as you're stepping outside of yourself to explain your gift, there's a saying in the Bible, and I say it all the time: don't throw your pearls in front of swine. Some people are not going to be able to fan them to understand the level you are at, and you're wasting your time. Like, you have these precious pearls and you're throwing it in front of people who are holding on to rocks. You know what I'm saying? Who aren't worthy of the knowledge and the gifts that you have. So you just gotta be able to recognize that and be able to move past those who are there to distract you. Another thing I use to keep myself focused and not so necessarily in the world is forming my own opinion about what I post. And I know this sounds very just basic, or maybe some people have already told you this before, but once you form your own opinion and stand on it, whatever somebody else says about it is not gonna bother you. It's not gonna bother you. But this also goes along with actually valuing yourself. If you don't value yourself, you won't value your opinion. So then you are going to value the opinions of others. You know what I'm saying? So the step with that is, first you gotta learn how to value yourself. You know, so when you value yourself, you don't go back and forth on the internet with people. You don't put yourself in situations where you are questioning what you're trying to do or what you're trying to say. And doesn't mean you don't make mistakes. You know what I'm saying? Mistakes are the only way you can grow. If you stay comfortable and complacent, you aren't growing. That's it. There's nobody that's comfortable right now that's growing, because you're right here. You're not going nowhere else because you're comfortable in your spot. Every time you take a step forward, it's going to be a step that's uncomfortable. But if you continue to step, then eventually what makes you uncomfortable will soothe itself. It'll heal itself. If you do something one time, maybe it'll be a little bit embarrassing, maybe a little hard to do. But you do it 3 or 4 times, 5 times, 6 times, then you become a master. You become a master of that stuff, then you can move forward. You can't move forward if you're still comfortable. You know what I'm saying? So valuing yourself above others will eventually and will keep you from arguing with people or feeling bad about your own posts on social media. You should be to the point where I don't care if everybody in the world never likes something that I post, always disagree with me on what I post. If I like it, I'm gonna leave it there. But see, what I see a lot of people do is, if it doesn't get enough likes or somebody's being so negative, they put it down. They may have actually liked that project, that picture. They may actually like that saying or whatever the case may be. But because other people didn't take it so well, because it didn't take off, because it didn't go viral, then they take it down. And you are giving your power, your self-worth to other people, other strangers at that. You gotta think about it. Social media is a form of being social. Half of the stuff that, I ain't gonna say half, majority of the things you see on social media would never happen in real life. Imagine walking up to somebody and saying, "Oh, your BBL looks nice today." You know what I'm saying? Imagine walking up to somebody and saying, "You really need to stop talking, you look stupid," to a random stranger. Have you ever seen that before? No. Do you see it on social media? Yes. Cowards hide behind social media, behind their keyboards, to get out their anger and their frustration and to stop you from pursuing your goals because they aren't man enough or woman enough to pursue their own. And once you realize that and recognize that, you're gonna invite the cowards. Me, I got a good 20 people, 30 people that I feel like it's not really looking for me to succeed. By the end of this year, I'm hoping I can get to 100. And I'm not saying I'm inviting haters or inviting negative energy. I don't believe in that stuff. Negative energy is all around you. You know what I'm saying? I'm such a light, such a beam. Like, I can recognize the negative energy and fall right back off my back. Because again, I value myself and my opinion more than anyone. Even when I go to somebody and ask for advice, at the end of the day, it is my choice to take in what they give me, take pieces of what they give me, or take in nothing at all. You gotta get to the point where you value your opinions more than others. You're gonna have a more pleasurable experience on social media. You're gonna like yourself more. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna stay off the table and the knives. Y'all know I'm talking about Dr. Miami. No shade to the people who getting surgery and stuff, but baby, it's not healing y'all. It's not healing y'all. Once y'all take y'all a million pictures, go get you know what I'm saying, the guy that you quote unquote wanted to get with, like, inside of you has to be healed. Dr. Miami can't fix your heart. You know what I'm saying? Dr. Miami can't fix your soul. You know what I'm saying? There's nothing wrong with looking nice. I try to look nice, but I'm content. I'm overly content with what God has given me. And I'm not saying I'm perfect at all. This gap gotta go. I'm cute, but I want it to go, okay? And that has nothing to do with people saying that it needs to go or don't need to go. A lot of people, they say it's my signature or whatever, but again, I form my own opinion about myself. And that's what I like to get rid of, is this gap. You know what I'm saying? But I am happy and confident. This gap is not stopping me from talking to you guys. This gap is not stopping me from loving myself, because I am more than just a gap. I am more than just my brown skin. I am more than just my hair. And once you recognize that, once you realize that Dr. Miami can give you an ass, but he can't give you class. Dr. Miami can give you boobs, but he can't give you a heart. He can't fulfill your spirit. You know what I'm saying? He can't stop you from trying to commit suicide 2 o'clock in the morning, 3 o'clock in the morning, not wanting to be here, hating your job, hating your relationship, hating your family. Dr. Miami can't do that for you. Only you can do that for you. You know what I'm saying? So that deviated far as hell. But it all goes into what I'm saying about forming your own opinions about yourself. Once you do that, and especially if you're a content creator like myself, or just like, I feel like everyone is a content creator. I'm more of an influencer. I feel like everyone who posts anything is a content creator. You are creating content to expose to the world. You're a content creator. You'll be much happier once you form your own opinion and value your own opinion about what you post. And who gives a shit what people think? Honestly, people are gonna think whether you post or not. They're gonna say, dang, she's not posting. Dang, she's posting too much. Dang, I wish she... Everybody is going to have an opinion regardless. You can live your life perfectly to the way your parents want you to, but then your cousins may not like it. You can live your life perfectly the way your cousins do, but then your aunties won't like it. You have to like it. You have to like it. You got to take other people's opinions off that pedestal and put yours up there first. I promise. I promise theirs is no greater than yours. People don't have jurisdiction over your life, and you're giving them jurisdiction over your life every time you take something down that you like about yourself, or you belittle something about yourself because somebody else doesn't like it, or you stop doing something because somebody else doesn't understand. You're giving them power. And for this generation to be claiming that they do everything on their own and they're their own person, y'all are the most following, no mind having ass people I have ever seen, and then get mad about it when somebody points it out. Let's just keep it a buck. Let's keep it a buck. A lot of y'all are lost. And it gets to the point where you're too scared to even realize or want to know what you want. Because it can be totally different. You invested so much time into what other people told you should be doing. So you rather not take a look in the mirror. You rather just continue to be blind. And that is why the things around the world is going to continue to bother you. Because it's filtrating and it's all in front of you. It's all in front of you. You're absorbing it. You know, you're not taking consideration of what you're trying to do for yourself. You're absorbing everything. I'm not saying to be oblivious. I'm not oblivious either. But you know, the time don't wait for nobody. The world is going to continue to spin. So what are you going to do while you're here on this earth? Okay, you guys, that is it. I have a lot of other things that I use to help myself steer clear of the bullshit and stay grounded if you have any tips or ideas or thoughts, or you feel the type of way about what I said, or want to elaborate on some things, or want me to elaborate on some things, don't forget to comment down that below in the description box and let me know if you like this type of video, because I know that it's still beginning of 2023. Some of us are still on track with our goals. Some of us, the goals is already out the window. Okay, so I'm here to help everybody. I'm here to share, and I want us to be a sharing community together. So I hope you enjoyed this video, and I will talk to you guys later. Deuces.